Hello, and welcome back to another chapter of White Album 2. We are playing through CODA. So coming right back to it, we're here with Kazusa in Haruki's room, which is what it is, I guess. It feels so bad.
Kazusa?
まずいな。やっぱり人にご馳走するような料理じゃない。
And she's wearing Setsuna's pajamas, which is also very sad. She looks great in them, don't get me wrong, but...
お前が食いたいって言ったんだ。
どれだけまずかったか思い出すためにな。
言ってろ。
As expected, Kazusa has only bad things to say. After all, her reaction is identical to back then. That day, just like today, Kazusa collapsed, and I was in the kitchen of the Toma household.
せつなに教えてもらった料理だ。
This outfit also makes Kazusa look way slimmer, like smaller in every proportion of her body. She just looks smaller in these PJs.
そういえば、そうだったな。
Okay, this angle not, but I'm pretty sure this angle is just copy-pasted from her regular default sprite, but the head-on one, where they actually had to redraw her chest because, well, you know what I mean. It just looks smaller.
前に言ったっけ?
It was 5 years ago when Setsuna taught me how to make this. Kazusa was in an even worse state than she is today, putting the whole school festival performance that took place only a few days after in danger. Setsuna taught me the recipe over the phone, and I'm certain I didn't write it down anywhere.
気のせいかもな。
そっか。
やっぱりまずい。
ああ、そうかよ。
Kazusa holds the warm bowl firmly in her hands, complaining all the while. This, too, is the scene I saw 5 years ago. These two events overlap to an uncomfortable degree, including the fact that it's only her and me here.
呆れて物も言えない。
うるさいな。物も言えないなら喋るなよ。
Just like 5 years ago, Kazusa beautifully finishes my unimpressive dish without letting anything go to waste. Then she obediently goes along with my order to go rest. She lays down on the bed and turns her back to me.
記者にポシェットを投げつけたって。それちっとも落としてないだろ。先に言えよ。
Right now, she's blocking her ears as I lecture her.
冷静になってみて思い出したんだ。あの時は怒りで頭に血が上ってて。
I don't know. I mean, I remember Kazusa specifically saying, "Let go of me," or "Let me go." Which, I mean, they don't show us in real time, but we can assume the reporter was kind of holding her wrist or holding her arm. At least that's what I got out of it, so I don't really blame her.
まずそこが問題だ。お前、もう少し人付き合いなんとかならないのか？
私はピアノ弾きだ。人と喋るのは仕事じゃない。
芸術家って言ったところで芸人の一種だろ。自分に興味持ってくれる人がいなくちゃ話が始まらないんだぞ。
でもあの女記者ひどいんだ。厚かましいんだ。まるで春樹みたいだったんだ。
相手だってさ、頑張ってるのにずっとお前に袖にされ続けて少し冷静さを欠いていたんじゃないかな。
She doesn't owe her anything. She's just a random journalist. As the receiver of baseless slander, I strike back at her without losing my temper in the slightest.
でもこっちは今までこんな扱いされたことないんだ。日本に来てまだ1週間しか経ってないのに。
自分が優しくすれば向こうだって優しくしてくれる。
あいつらにそんな常識が通用するとは思えないね。この前なんか部屋の前までカメラ抱えてきたんだぞ。ホテルにも迷惑になるってことがわからないのかよ。
ちょっと耳は痛いけど、同業者をそんな風に足ざまには言えないよ。俺はどれだけ一生懸命かは分かってるつもりだし。
ほら、結局お前の考えなんて単なる身内の馴れ合いじゃないか。
誰にだって身内は大切だろ。自分にとって一番近い社会なんだから。
Haruki is so logical sometimes that it's just infuriating. Like, yeah, I guess you could say the reporters are doing their best, but she has people outside of her hotel room trying to snoop a scoop on her. And you can't even empathize and be like, man, that sucks. That's all you'd have to say. You're not gonna be like, well, they're working, they're doing their best. He's so just... Sometimes logic is not the best answer. At that moment alone, I realize I'm getting goosebumps at my own words.
そのセリフ、ちっとも心に響かないぞ。私より母親と仲悪いくせに。
Ooh, that's a low blow too, though.
それは5年前の古い情報だろ。
じゃあちゃんと仲直りしたのか？お前が私にさせたように。
My emotionless words were seen through by Kazusa. Why would she remember my family's circumstances from 5 years ago? Something so minor.
ほら見ろ。人には自分の意見を押し付けようとするくせに、自分では何もできてないのが北原春樹ってやつだ。
Oh, I love that description.
そんな特殊事例だけを持ち出して勝った勝ったって騒ぐのはみっともないぞ。
春樹の中身のない説教の方がよっぽどみっともない。一般論や道徳論ばかりで自分の経験に根ざしてない。ただ説教のためだけの説教だ。
そんなの当たり前だ。喋る言葉から人生経験がにじみ出てくるほどまだ生きてない。
今度は開き直りか？
たとえマニュアル通りに生きてても一生懸命マニュアルに従ってればいつかは経験が追いついてくれるって思ってる。
だからお前は大成しないんだ。周りの常識をなぞってばかりだから周りから突き抜けることができない。
それがなんだよ。
その社会の中で上の方には行けるけどトップに上り詰めることはできそうにないな。
別にトップになることだけが幸せってわけじゃないだろ。
For once, I agree with Haruki.
例えば？
そういう突き抜けられる人のそばにいてその人が登っていくのを助ける喜びだってあるだろう。
お前そういうの望みなのか？
あくまで一般論だよ。
Sure. That's not something I should have said to a genius who did manage to break past.
なあカズさ、お前こそ5年前から少しも変わってないじゃないか。
うるさいな。何時間説教を続ければ気が済むんだ、春樹は。
At that question, I look up at the clock to see that an hour is actually past.
少しくらい素直になれよ。
そんなことできるか。
なんでだよ。意味もない意地ばっかり張りやがって。
そんなことしたらとんでもないことになるからだよ。
お前本当はいいやつなんだからさ。そんないつも虚勢を張ってないでさ。
もううるさい。そろそろ静かにしてくれ。私は眠いんだ。
勝手に寝ろ。俺は勝手に喋ってる。
うざ。
じゃおやすみ。お前今のままじゃさ、陽子さんの助けがなくなったらどうすんだよ。昔がどうだったかは知らないけど、少なくとも今のお前彼女にべったりだろ。 ものすごい過保護に育てられてるだろ。そりゃさ、お前のピアノの才能はそうやって手厚く保護したくなる魅力に溢れてるんだと思う。
I don't know about that necessarily. Like, obviously, Haruki loves her, so he wants to help her. And the mom, Tomoyoko, feels bad about not being a mom, so she's gonna be there. I don't really think other people naturally gravitate towards her, though. At least for her pianist talents. Maybe for her beauty, yeah.
けどさ、それに甘えて、これからもずっと面倒なことは母親任せで、自分はピアノだけ弾いてるってのはどうなんだ？お前が昔捨てられたって誤解してたから、陽子さんだって責任感じて、この5年間お前に罪滅ぼしみたいなことしてくれてた。
I hate Haruki. I hate the way this is written too, because it comes off like the writer, like Fumiaki Maruto-san, actually thought this way too. She was abandoned. It wasn't just Kazusa thinking she was abandoned. No, she was literally abandoned before she was even a legal adult. She was left behind by her mom. And now Haruki's like, well, it was your misunderstanding, but your mom is still so sweet and trying to make up for that. Like, no, absolutely not. I hate that.
けどさ、そろそろお前の方が恩返しする番じゃないか？
Absolutely not. Kazusa doesn't owe her mom anything. I hate this line of thinking.
独り立ちして喜ばれるなんてすごく手軽な割に効果的な親孝行じゃないか。
Belial piety my pants. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. I know what it means, but I don't think I've ever said that out loud.
ほんと羨ましいよ、俺は。
I already know Kazusa is asleep, but unable to keep the words from spilling out of my own mouth, I continue my annoying lecture toward the sleeping Kazusa. If I kept this up, Kazusa would have gotten sick of me, given me a bitter laugh, and exclaimed that everything has become ridiculous. She would go back to being the Toma Kazusa from 5 years ago, a mere classmate and the girl I had a one-sided crush on. Of course, that's a wish far too extravagant and far too cruel. My god. Oh, this is such a scandalous... Just, come on. It's not even a secret between the two of them anymore. Her mom's just like, hey, found out where you lived. Like, this couldn't cause the reporters to suddenly come up and just... God, think for 2 seconds.
いますけど。
It's 2 p.m. Carrying the pouch that Kazusa lost in her hands, Tomoyoko came to my apartment herself. For someone coming to pick up their daughter who didn't return, she seems awfully calm.
ゆうべはうちの娘がいろいろと世話になったみたいで。
If anything, she's acting as if her daughter being here is the most natural thing in the world.
言っておきますが、何もしてませんよ。
God, don't say that. It just makes it more awkward.
そう。それは気の毒に。
Who is she referring to?
とにかく上がらせてもらうわよ。あ、それと私砂糖は4杯だから。ミルクもたっぷりね。
コーヒーですか？紅茶ですか？
ああ、ごめんなさい。コーヒーで。インスタントならスプーン半分でお願い。
お湯沸かしますから少し待っててください。
That was not what she should have apologized about. These two really are mother and daughter.
さてと、それで我がバカ娘は。
すいません。 来ると分かってたら起こしたんですけど。
Yoko-san looks at Kazusa lying sprawled on the bed in bewilderment.
これいつから？
そろそろ12時間くらいですかね。ちょっと熱があったから食事とった後すぐ休ませました。
Setting aside the amount of time I lectured her, that is.
食事も？
って言っても雑炊ですけどね。あとデザート。
Without any concern to me screaming with my hands over my eyes, she ate all of the jam in my fridge. Oh my god, that is so unhealthy.
参った。これは本当に参った。
陽子さん。
Yoko-san changes her bewildered expression into some exaggerated European gesture by lamenting with both her hands raised and spread open. What is she so bothered about? Is Kazusa bad at waking up? Like Setsuna is?
何が日本には居場所がないよ。ここだけ違い方権親の面目丸つぶれ。なんなのこの幸せそうな顔は。落書きしちゃおうかな。ギターくん、サインペン持ってる？油性のやつ。
Give her a little mustache.
あるけど貸しませんから。
After that, Yoko-san kept staring at Kazusa's sleeping face, mumbling complaints along the way. But Kazusa showed no signs of waking up, and Yoko-san didn't show any intention to wake her up.
砂糖水じゃなかった。コーヒーどうぞ。
Sugared water. He literally said that. Wow.
ありがとう。って苦いわねこれ。
Like mother, like daughter. Truly.
それにしても久々ね。2週間ぶりくらい？
そうですね。
Though, compared to the 5 years before that, this is hardly worth mentioning.
へえ、ここがギターくんの城か。本当に狭いのね。
普通の会社員ですから。
That's embarrassing.
お、ギターくんのギターめっけ。ちょっと貸して。
は
あ。へえ、アコギか。よくて1万ってところかしら。
My god, just because you're rich doesn't mean you can go around crapping on other people's things. He's doing his best.
もっとします。15,000円です。
So less than $150, which isn't bad for a starter acoustic. The things I want to lecture her on increase by the minute, but I know she has no ill intent. She's just a little arrogant. No, wait a second. When I started playing the guitar 5 years ago, and also half a year ago, I became painfully aware of the skill difference between me and a certain delinquent classmate, and it was a rather humiliating experience. Our current situation is no more and no less than what happened back then.
10年ぶりくらいかしら。もう見る影もないわね。
Wow, 10 years. I've had enough of this family. How much despair must they bring upon us normal people until they're satisfied?
最近あまり使ってないみたいね。腕落ちるわよ、ギターくん。
北原です。もうギターくんはやめてください。
Having her make our difference in skill so apparent feels like some kind of humiliation fetish.
そういえば、うるさくして隣に迷惑だったかしらね。後で謝っておいてね。
大丈夫ですよ。今は空き部屋ですから。
She has no intention of apologizing herself.
あ、そう。それはよかった。本当にいいことだわ。
Suspicious. Despite Yoko-san's showy guitar performance, Kazusa still showed no signs of waking up. Yoko-san speaks to me with her gaze still focused on Kazusa's sleeping face.
カズサの独占取材断ったんだって？
俺には荷が重いですから。
あなた以外だとそもそもカズサが背負わせてくれないんだけど。
だったら別に書かなくてもいいじゃないですか。そんな
マスコミの人間がそんなこと言っちゃっていいの
？I understand that I'm mixing work with private affairs. I'm thinking about my own convenience and cowardly running for dear life. But inside that self-interest, there's actually another feeling existing alongside, coming from a different direction.
彼女だって嫌がってる。それにもう十分話題になってる。今さらそんな特集なんか組まなくても。
You know that's not true. My desire to not betray Setsuna any further. Whew, that's a big one. The fact that one came last kind of makes me mad too. And my desire to not put Kazusa any further into the spotlight. These all too egotistical feelings.
プロモーターとしてはどんな話題でもいいから今のうちに知名度を上げておきたいのよね。
當麻陽子のようにですか。
そうね。それこそスキャンダルでも何でも。
Am I supposed to admire her because her words come from experience?
日本にいるうちに一本くらいは CM 撮りたかったんだけど、何しろ本人が固くなに嫌がってね。
だって當麻和沙は當麻陽子じゃないですから。
Ooh, powerful sentence. I like that.
どういうところが？
そうですね。自分を売り込むことが大の苦手で、口数が少ない上にたまに喋ると口下手で、人に気持ちを伝えるスキルが壊滅的で。
的確ね、あなた。
He knows her well. Without getting angry or laughing, Yoko-san merely looks at me with an unusual expression. I think it was like this 5 years ago too, when we met for the first time.
そっくりなところも多いけど、全然違うところだってたくさんあると思うんです。
そりゃそうよ。私の血は半分しか入ってないんだもの。同じ人間になんかなるわけがない。
彼女の父親って？
ノーコメント。
Oh, okay.
すいません。立ち入ったこと聞いちゃって。
例の仕事を受けてくれるんなら話してもいいけど。
Okay, she's just playing dirty at that point.
いえ、やっぱりお断りします。
そんなにこの子のそばにいるのが嫌？
仕事じゃなくて、その条件のことです。そういうこと、そういう軽さで話さないでほしいんです。彼女、傷つくと思うから。
つまり、さっきあなたが父親のことを聞いたのは、軽い気持ちじゃなかったってことかしら。
She makes it look like she's talking with sincerity, but she never misses an opportunity to put me in a bind.
ま、わかったわ。さっきの条件は撤回する。それでも、仕事の方はもう一度考えてほしいんだけどな。
どうしてですか？なんで俺に？
みんなに、素顔の當麻和沙を知ってもらいたいから。
Oh, I mean, that's sweet, and it makes sense why we would want Haruki specifically to do that, but yeah, a lot of reasons why that might not be a good idea.
だから、どうして？
Even that why carries with it two different questions.
あなたも知っての通り、この子、誤解されやすいからね。 このままじゃ多分そのうちボロが出まくる。
The first question is, where's the need to show everyone her true self?
なのにあなたも知っての通り、この子結構小心者で傷つきやすいから、このままじゃ多分そのうちボロボロになる。
The second question is, why do I have to carry the burden of this task?
だからみんなに見せてあげてほしいのよ。この子があなたにだけ見せる素顔を。あなたが知ってる、あなたの目を通したあなたが魅力を感じている女の子を。
そんな。
Why would I do something like that?
トーマ・カズサ自身にも。
Why do I have to show them such a precious thing? I've always kept it hidden for the sole purpose of no one seeing it.
お願いできないかな。
俺は
I couldn't possibly. And I don't have the right either.
この仕事がカズサへの別れのメッセージでもいい。それでも何かを伝えてあげて。この子を振ってあげて。
It's just as Yoko-san says. I still haven't rejected Kazusa, and she hasn't rejected me. At the airport terminal, we embraced, cried, and kissed. And then Kazusa passed the gate with eyes filled with tears. Ever since back then, and up until this very moment, we've never promised that the two of us needed to stop longing for one another. I'm pretty sure there was an unspoken promise when you started dating Setsuna. Or maybe you made an unspoken promise when you bought the engagement ring and carried it around in your pocket all day. Like, what does he mean? My God.
今の状態でコンサート本番を迎えたら、カズサの演奏はきっとひどいものになる。重度のホームシックなのよ、今のこの子は。
そんなの俺には直せませんよ。
本当にそう思う？
だってカズサはウィーンに帰りたがってるのに。
ホームってそこだと思う
？This person is completely different from how she looks. The Tomayoko that Kazusa thought up is beyond inaccurate.
とにかく考えておいて。週明けにもう一度編集部に連絡する。
Tomayoko is an overprotective mother. For her daughter's sake, she'll do anything without hesitation. Now, yeah. But the mom that she described in high school literally wasn't there. She was not there for her for years during her formative years. So how dare you be like, oh, she was wrong. Her mom's great. Her mom's overprotective. Her mom's always there. Like, I can't stand that. He just brushes off her years of pain like nothing. He's the most unempathetic person I have ever had the displeasure of meeting. Without once considering the feelings of those she drags into her mess, or what happens to them.
それじゃ私そろそろ帰るから。お邪魔したわね。
でもカズサがまだ。
財布も戻ってきたんだし、起きたら自分の足で帰るように言ってちょうだい。もう子供じゃないんだから。
ごもっとも。
それじゃまたね、北原記者。
Aw, that's a cute name too. Just when I thought she had stopped calling me Guitar-kun, Yoko-san came up with a new label for me, binding me to a new crucifix. New day. All right, and with that, we will stop there for today. So Thank you so much for being here with me on this chapter of CODA, and I'll be back with more content shortly. So until then, hope you take care. See you!